pleasure and honor to welcome you today to the University of British Columbia campus. It is a special day today for Professor Pauly, but also it's a special day for all UBC's community to witness the recognition of one of our eminent researchers, professors and educators. Professor Santa Ono, President and Vice Chancellor of UBC, he apologizes he cannot be with us today, but he will be virtually with us because he recorded a special message to Professor Pauly and to all of you. So may we please see the videos. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As president of one of Canada's foremost universities, it is always a pleasure to acknowledge our faculty when they are recognized for their contributions. In the case of Daniel Pauly, it is indeed a privilege to extend my congratulations for being named a Chevalier de Légion D'Honneur, one of France's highest honors, which is only conferred on individuals with, quote, eminent accomplishments, unquote, in their fields of study. Over the past 4 decades, Daniel Pauly has made contributions that have helped entire countries rethink the way they approach ocean management. As the author or co-author of over 1,000 articles, books, and book chapters, he has brought attention to the most urgent issues affecting our oceans. Particularly over the last decade in his role as principal investigator of the sea around us here at UBC, Daniel has been unstoppable in his efforts to warn the world that global fishing catch estimates have been miscalculated for the past 50 years and that as a result, fish stocks are in danger. For this and for his many other accomplishments, Daniel has received numerous awards such as the International Cosmos Prize, the Volvo Environment Prize, Radio-Canada's Scientist of the Year Award, and many others. Today's recognition, issued by the country of his birth, is not only another great honor, but also a symbol that will always remind him to continue working for the well-being of others. Daniel, on behalf of the University of British Columbia, congratulations on this well-deserved honor, and thank you for your service to humanity.
I'm with the French Embassy. I work as a science attaché and based here in Vancouver. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Karine Rispal, Ambassador of France to Canada.
The Order of the Légion D'Honneur rewards people who have carried out actions of great value, forged by their own merits. This was restated by President Macron a couple of days ago. Dr. Pauly, you have an impressive academic career and have played a crucial role in fostering strong collaboration between Canada and France. Born in Paris, you studied in Germany, where you graduated from Kiel University with a Master in Fishery Biology in 1974, then completed your PhD in Science in 1979. You earned your habilitation in 1985. In 1994, you were appointed professor at the Institute for the Oceans and Fisheries at the UBC, one of the best public universities in the world. You served as director of the UBC Fisheries Center from 2003 to 2008. Throughout your remarkable career, you led internationally renowned projects in the field of marine resources. In 1999, you created the notable project Sea Around Us, a revolutionary way to map fishing in the entire world. You also co-founded the Only Fish Encyclopedia, FishBase, which currently lists over 30,000 fish species and is used by over 500,000 users worldwide. Just a year ago, you also launched with your team the Global Atlas of Marine Fisheries, the first book to provide accurate country-by-country fishery data. In just a few months, it has become an indispensable resource for environmentalists, for researchers and students in universities, and for professionals in the fishing industry. Your long-term research on the human impact on global fisheries and your desire to share your knowledge in order to raise awareness has given you a worldwide influence and have led you to write a massive number of publications. UBC President Sant'Arnaud just mentioned 1,000 in the video that we just showed. Some of these papers were published in the most prestigious peer-reviewed journals, including Nature and Science, but also in Scientific American, which demonstrates your will to make your research accessible to everyone, including the general public. You have constantly provided the scientific community with new scientific and key ideas and concepts. All this astonishing scientific production has been done with most often young scientists from different disciplines and countries. In fact, your cause is empowerment. That is to give to others the tools and methods to do it by themselves. Your life has been dedicated to the others, particularly in developing countries where it is sometimes so difficult to perform research. The recognition among your peers is massive. You have received numerous honors all around the world, and your contribution to the research area has been nothing but praised globally as well as locally. The video of Sant'Arnaud, which was just displayed, proved the acknowledgement of the University of British Columbia. Moreover, you earned a place in the Scientific American 50 in 2003. The same year, the New York Times labeled you an iconoclast. You also won many awards for your fight to protect the environment and enlighten many people about it, including the Volvo Environment Prize in 2006 and your nomination as Scientist of the Year 2016 by Radio Canada. Usually, a researcher is acknowledged for a particular discovery. However, today, the name of Daniel Pauly is associated with an entire discipline and many discoveries related to fisheries and marine ecology in an interdisciplinary manner. The science of fisheries and the study of marine aquatic resources. Not only have you changed our perception about the global fisheries crisis, but you also have changed the way of doing research in ecology. Throughout your career, you have created and fostered strong connection with friends. Despite being much solicited all around the world, you have never ceased to keep in touch with friends and always made yourself available to take part in conferences at universities, congresses, or national events such as Le Grenelle de la Mer in 2009, or the 13th Annual Large Marine Ecosystem Meeting in Paris. You work with the scientific departments of the French embassies in the US and Canada when debates over COP21 occurred. We greatly appreciate your commitment and dedication throughout the years in the development of strong and lasting relations with our country. I'm sure that your wife Sandra, your son Ilya, your daughter Angela, and your siblings in France are extremely proud of your accomplishments. Dr. Pauly, it is a great pleasure to acknowledge all of your achievements and your crucial role in bringing Canada and France close together. I feel honored and pleased to thank you by bestowing upon you the Medal of the Knight of Légion D'Honneur. Dr. Pauly, au nom du Président de la République et en vertu des pouvoirs qui me sont conférés, je vous fais chevalier dans l'ordre de la Légion d'Honneur.
When I began working in Indonesia, I saw colleagues, or before even my master in Ghana, but really that began in Indonesia. I saw colleagues who couldn't work because the literature was made available to people in the form of abstracts, but you never got the real stuff, or you got the bibliographies, but you couldn't get the papers because they wouldn't send reprints. Reprints, you remember what it was? So the idea of Fishbase was born, which is to make the data available, not the stuff in the paper rather than the reference to the paper. And each of these ideas was contested at first, but they kind of worked. And so I have actually succeeded in empowering lots of colleagues. And so when I get this, my gosh, what is it? This is a recognition, this is more than a scientific award for concept of an idea. This is a recognition for the whole package, for the whole thing, and also this is a reconciliation. Also, I had a difficult start. I didn't grow up in France. I grew up in Switzerland, and my return to France was because I was obliged to return to do my military service, which was a week, or which lasted a week, because the French army and us, we were not going to be friends. There are some pictures of me in uniform, but everybody agreed this was a ridiculous notion. And so I was, and then I discovered my family in France. I had a family in France that I had lost when I was 3, and I acquired my Frenchness through my family. Then I acquired Canadianness here, but that's a different story. But my Frenchness, okay, was born in Paris, but it was something that I acquired gradually. In my adult life, I met my siblings, and I visited twice a year or so when I was in Germany studying, and later in Asia, and gradually I became French, and I gradually I have family all over France, and a grandfather who's claimed to have fought in Verdun, but they all have fought in Verdun. And this is a summary of all of this, and I cannot say more. Thank you very much.
You bring us great honor at the University of British Columbia. We drink to your health.
Thank you. Can I tell you a story? I have an uncle. I have lots of uncles in France. Because my mother, she has lots of brothers and sisters, and the youngest among them, I saw him only once, about 30 years ago. And I visited him in Lorraine, close to Avise. This is the place where they grow champagne, real champagne. And he had a bit of land, and he was selling his wine to Mom, the champagne thing. And he was very pleased to meet his nephew that he didn't know, and he offered me his wine. And I don't drink alcohol. This was so embarrassing. He probably still tell me the story.
We brought it back for you.
Yeah.
That's why we are here. Yeah.
And his wife was of Polish ancestry, because France has lots of immigrants from all over. And the mother of his wife still spoke only Polish, and she said, the French have no culture. Which is all true.
I remember a long time ago, they asked me